Hello world and welcome to my channel. Today's video is on installing of a shelf in my titanium canopy. Well, I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Cheers! Okay, I went to Bunnings today and I bought some brackets. These brackets are only just over $5 each. Get them in white or black. So I got 4 of those. Three, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the idea is to put them down here like that, and then have a shelf, a double tier shelf hanging down from the top, down there, across here, and another one over here, about there somewhere, in line up with this edge here. And so I can put Maxtrax on it, and the tables. So I permanently leave them in the ute to save me picking them up and putting them in. So there's be more space for down the back to put stuff. I was going to put them on the door. I was going to put them on the roof. I couldn't get them off the roof, so I didn't. That eliminated the roof. I couldn't put them on the side of the roof because I use that for kayak loading. I was going to put them under the cab. No, I decided not to. I'm going to put them on the door. And then I decided that I'm going to drill holes and then it might leak, so the less holes in the canopy the better. So the next alternative is to do this. I also picked up a couple of leads from Bunnings. One's a 2 metre lead and one's a 5 metre, so that I can run them from here down to the fridge. Another one over the other side for power when I'm camping. So I've already got a big lead to plug in the back of it, so get some batteries for my fans. Won't need them until summer. And also bought 2 20mm by 40 aluminium from Bunnings. Cheaper to buy a whole link probably than to buy two pieces a metre each, but I didn't want the extra anyway, and the hell of it, it was already in there when I was there shopping. So I'm going to use that half of it each and put one about that high above the fridge and one about that high above the fridge, and then put the Maxtrax permanently on that. So that's the plan for today. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to cut these in half. I made a mistake marking that one out, but yeah, going to cut them in half and use exactly half. Got some angle out of my shed, different sizes, so to make some brackets up out of that. Probably the thicker one. A bit of support. It's not going to carry a lot of weight, but I might as well make them out of the thicker one. Yeah, and that'll be it, I hope. Don't think I've forgotten anything. So yeah, the process of cutting them through I don't have a workshop, not really. It's a dirt floor and shed. But yeah, so I'm going to be using the battery grinder over there. Glasses, of course, headgear. Yeah, so I'll be cutting them in half and then cleaning them up and get them ready before I make the brackets. So that's the next process I'm doing. Well, I've cut them and filed them down. 2 brackets for the bottom and 2 for the middle there. Just got to drill them and mount them and mount everything up so I can get them done. That is the one bracket. Yeah, just got to make up some more brackets. So 2 and 2. Yeah. So the plan is to put it up like that. Clearance over the fridge. And screwed to the top there, and then be Maxtrax on the top and the tables on the bottom. Yeah, tiny bit rough, but who cares? It's not going to fall down. And these brackets I bought are designed for 95 kilos, and the Maxtrax and the tables don't weigh that. But yeah, it's going to be functional. That's all I can say. Okay, I've made the 2 brackets up now. So they look like. The aluminium I think cost me $26 per metre, so I got 2 of those, so 12, 52, so $54, and these brackets were $5.50 each, so $10, $11, 60. $65 you could say it cost me from Bunnings for this stuff, which is 40 by 20 aluminium, 40 by 20 by 2. The brackets, yeah, the details in the brackets, 190 by 38, and they'll take 50 kilos. I'm definitely not putting 50 kilos on them. And the rest of the aluminium to make these brackets up I had in the shed, and the pop rivets I had in the shed, pop rivet gun I had in the shed, drills and everything you had. So yeah, so for $65 didn't cost me much to make these up. So it's going to go up into here. I'll fix it up, and there. It's going to go up like that. There's going to be a bit of room under there. I'm thinking about taking this cover off this fridge. Don't need it in here, I don't think. Awkward to get in and out when you want to open it. But yeah, that's where it's going to go, roughly there. And then I can redo something on that side, put the fire extinguisher back up in a different location, and the fire blanket different location. That's roughly where it's going to go. Yeah, so one's going to go here, one is going to go down there further. Just got to get into, climb in there and screw them up to that, up to here. Yeah, so that's the idea. I'm pretty sure if I bend them, I won't get them in because there's not much clearance. But that's where they're going to be. So the next step I'm doing is just putting in a couple of spreader bars in. I don't need them, but I need to carry the weight of the tables. I'm putting one in about there, and another one up about here. So there's going to be a couple of bars like that going across because the tables are only just long enough. So I've got to carry it to support the table, so, and that'll keep it rigid. It's rigid anyway, but it's going to keep it even better. So I'm just going to drill a couple of holes and put some Tek screws in, and that'll be it. Looks pretty rough. It's definitely not going to move anywhere. It's solid as a rock. can't move it anywhere. So that's the plan, and then I've taken the cover off my fridge. I don't think I need it. I'll just see how I go, because it's hard to open it up, and every time I've got to take the velcros off and open it up, and now I've got this in the way. Righto, yeah, I got the Maxtrax in. The tables are in. I moved this fire extinguisher to there where I can get it out easier. I was going to push the whole fridge over there, but I couldn't get anything else on that side, so I put it back. At the moment, that's how I've got it tied down, with these straps. So the Maxtrax should never come off unless I really need them, and I've only ever used them for 2 people twice, not myself. So the tables come down and up. Taking the cover off the fridge so I can operate it. Just got to tidy these straps up a little bit. And that's it. Well, that's the finished product at the moment. Just got to work out a better way to tie it in, but it's not going to move anywhere. It'll come to me one day. Nothing's going to move. So they're up out of the way. Still can slide the fridge out. Clearance under the... yeah. And the other side, that's what it looks like from the other side. Yeah, clears the battery box, clears everything. If I'm using the Maxtrax, probably won't put them in here until I clean them. But yeah, they can be tied to the back or something like that. When I'm using them, I'll probably tie them here to there somewhere. When I'm not using them, it's up there. But generally, I can go a year without using them, and then somebody gets bogged and I got to help them. So, yeah, so the plan is when I go camping, I just undo this strap, the other strap, and then I can take the tables out. Maxtrax can stay there, and then I just put them back. I'll use this little device here, which is for fishing rods. It just extends out. Yeah, you can extend it as long as you want, and then I'll push the cables and things through. But yeah, happy a bit. If I had a bit more room, I would have, yeah, didn't want to drop it down too far. At the moment there's only a little bit of room. I could have dropped it down another 10 mil and would have made 10 mil for these. These only just fit in, and if they buckle they may not get in. I'm just going to have to modify it, I suppose. Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy with that now. Okay, the reason why, as I said, I went this way, because even though it's harder to do it this way, I was thinking about putting it on top of the canopy, but I can't reach it. I need a ladder to get up there. I put 2 kayaks up there. I got an awning on the other side, and I need to get access to this side to put a kayak up. So that eliminates the roof. The back of my canopy is pretty full on. So unless I put it underneath somewhere, I could do that, I suppose. But there's not much room at the back. So the other alternative I was thinking about is putting carry bars up here on the roof. Now, okay, so I looked at carry bars, $320 for the carry bars. Then you have to buy a fitting kit, $90. And then if I went Maxtrax up there, I got to buy a fitting kit for the Maxtrax so I can lock them. So it's going to be over $500 to put bars up there where I can probably reach them by opening a door up and standing on the door. But they're only going to be Maxtrax up there. I might put other stuff up there a little bit, up to 85 kilos, whatever they're rated at, or 75 kilos. But I don't want to spend that much money for some Maxtrax. So I'd rather spend $68, $9 or $70 what it cost me to put them in here. Now, I've got to try and make this work. I'm hoping to make it work. If I didn't put them in here, I'd use that space and make a little drawer and put some stuff in there. But I'm just hoping this is going to work for me. If it doesn't, well, as I said, I'm going to have to think about it and work out what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the table up there in the Maxtrax with my red and white combo lights on. You can see the ones on the other side. Just they're just the red lights. No bugs coming on these red lights. Let's go over the other side and change these ones to red. Yeah, that's the red. That's the pure white lights. And they're all dimmable, of course. That's the white. That's all my space. That's how I keep it when I drive around town. And yeah, and this is space I've got to put stuff in. I'm happy with that now. Not going to go anywhere. Just got to work out a better way of tying them in, but that's going to do the job for a while. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers.